Okay, I just got triggered onto LVS at the break of this candle right here at 50.73. And my stop loss was one below the entry candle at 50.60. A 13-cent stop loss on that trade. Bought 1,200 shares. I buy all of my shares in blocks of 300, and with preset stop losses at 20 cents, 50 cents, and a dollar. I'm already out of my first two targets at 20 cents and 50 cents. I pull my stop to break even here. I've got 400 shares left. I've got a gap target of $51.69 on LVS. I don't think I'm going to push it too much further than that. I'll get out of my first dollar if it hits 51.73. I'm going to be managing this pretty closely here. It's In fact, I moved my stop loss up to one below this candle that's now forming. It hit 51.73, but it didn't take me out. And I just got clicked out of my trade. I made 20 cents, 50 cents, and a dollar on 400 shares each. I made $170 times my 4 lots of 300 shares. That was a nice start to the day. And it's 9:47. As you can see in the signal panels here, LVS is now showing a wait signal. The reason it's showing a wait signal is because the points here are quite a bit lower than they were when we had the buy signal. As you can see, the ones with the go long signal are 70, 80 points or more. So now that it's reaching its exhaustion stage, it's giving us this wait signal, the warning signal. But I'm already out of this, and I'm sure most of the members are as well. Okay, I just got on Molycorp at the break of the high, right there at 29.24, and I got a stop loss in at one below that entry candle of 29.19. I got a 5-cent stop loss on this trade. I got 1,500 shares. I just got sold out of my first 500 shares of Molycorp, MCP, at 20 cents. So I've got $100 in the bank, and I moved my stop loss on the remaining 2/3 on the remaining 1,000 shares to break even. Molycorp's doing nicely. I'm in at 29.24. I'm out of my first part of my trade at 20 cents, and I'm looking to get out of my second trade. It just missed me by a penny. I should be out at 29.74 if it gets there of my second 500 shares. We'll just hold this in here for a minute and just see if I can hit it. And I did. Okay, I'm out of the my second stage, 500 shares at 50 cents. I've just added another $250 to my winnings. So you can see on MCP what I've done. This line here represents the stop loss on my remaining 500 shares. I move it to 1 point below the prior candle. I got a stop loss in at 29.37. I've got 13 cents locked in on my remaining 500 shares. I've already made 20 cents on the first 500, 50 cents on the second 500, for a total of $350 on this trade. I made a nice bundle on the first one here. I don't want to get into all the money parts of it, but I made my quota for the day, and it's not quite 10 o'clock. I'm sorry, it just hit 10 o'clock. And plus I've got another 5 times 13, or 500 shares times 13, what's that, another $65 or so in the bank, locked in with this stop loss here. And as soon as this candle forms here, I'll move my stop loss to one below this formed candle once it forms. I'm going to put on here the, we have a free trial period if you're interested in getting more information. 14-day free trial period at playthegap.com. I'll just leave it here for a few minutes. I'm going to try to cut this video a little short. If it gets too long, gets a little too long-winded, I start talking too much. But all of the details are on our website here, playthegap.com, all of our rules and guidelines and that type of thing. The one nice thing about this panel here is that all of the information is here for you. All of your decisions are made for you pretty well. Rather than you poring over scores of charts and screening and scanning and making notes and looking at indicators and everything else, all of the information, that's what these point counts are here. All of the logarithms are running in the background, all the mathematical formulas, and most of the information is taken from the volume of each of the symbols here, the volume and the price activity. About 80 to 85% of it is price and volume related, which basically is the main factor in early morning trading anyway. Indicators really don't help you a whole lot because, as you know or you may not know, indicators are lagging and they don't tell you, they're passé, so to speak. They're lagging indicators. So most of the information is based on price and volume and their relationship to each other, or their divergence from each other. And that's what these points represent, and the points in turn give you the signals. I just got a few instant messages from some of the members that did get on this PPO here. I did not get on it. I missed it. Pretty hard to do everything to try to make this video and to trade myself. But in any event, I'm glad that at least that some of the folks did get on this one here. The buy was at 41.81, and it's already up, as you can see, $1.50 or so. Okay, I'm just back on MCP. I wanted to show you that I've moved my stop loss up to 29.64, which is one below that prior candle. If it comes down and takes me out, it takes me out. That's the rules, and that's the way I play the game. I still would have, I'm in at 29.24. I'd have 40 cents locked in profit on my last 500 shares if it takes me out. Came down, it was close. It didn't take me out yet. You'll see it over here. When it does take me out, it'll give a sell signal too as well. And it'll just keep an eye on that momentarily. As you can see, it's still toying with me. It hasn't come down and taken me out yet. It came down at, my stop loss is 29.64. Came down pretty close. Missed me by 1. I got in this trade back here at 29.24. It had a 5-cent stop loss in it. My stop loss is one below the entry candle here, 29.19. I had a 5-cent stop loss. I took 1,500 shares. My total risk of loss was only $75. And even if I get stopped out here on this trade, I've sold 500 at 20 cents, 500 at 50 cents, and I'll sell the remaining 500 at 40 cents. I've already got it all figured out, and the money's in the bank. $550 on this trade in, what, 15, 20 minutes? Well, whatever time it is. Right now it's 10:13, and I'm usually out of here by 10:30 every day. Maybe today I'll get out a little bit early. But had two nice trades today, and the market is the market up? No, well, the market's up 10 points. So it's, and now we've got Bernanke talking, so that usually when one of these politicians gets on and starts talking on television, usually drives the market down. So I'd be happy if it took me out here, and I'll just close down for the day. What I meant to say is I made my quota for the day, so that makes me happy. And then I'll close down. Rather than sit here all day watching the monitor, which can only lead to probably more problems than it did in the past for me. You start giving your profits back. I'd rather make all of my money in the first hour of trading and then take the rest of the day off. Okay, I'm going to wrap this video up. It's 10:26. If you're interested, I'm just going to leave it run here. I've got my stop loss in at 29.64, and I've got my target in on the last 500 shares at 30.24, which would give me the dollar. You can always back check this yourself on your charts. The date is February the 2nd, 2/2/2/12, 10:30 a.m. as you can see here. You can find out what the results were. If you can see how this having this panel here to go by each morning might help you in your day trading, then I suggest you register for our 14-day free trial here, and there is no obligation, and you can see the results firsthand. Okay, I'm out of here. Have a nice day.